Is she there?
Not present. You can move to the next panelist.
Okay, Rohit Balkrishnan.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second.
Please put Bal.
Yes, Rohit
Yeah.
Balkrishna is a present.
Good morning, team. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sure. So I'll start with my questions. Before that, I just have one request. So, on our website, every year we used to also upload the financials of our subsidiary. But for FY25, I'm not able to find those accounts, the detailed accounts on the website. So it will be a request to the management team to upload that because the US subsidiary is a significant subsidiary for us. So it's important for us to know the accounts of that subsidiary. So that is the first request. Now I'll move to my questions. Since we've not shared that data, but in the AGM, if you can share what were the gross margins and the EBITDA margins for Vadilal USA in FY25. Because in the annual report, we can see that the PAT margin is down to 12% compared to 16% in the last financial year. So if you can, let us know what was the reason for the reduction in the margins this year and what should we take as the sustainable EBITDA margins for our US business going ahead for say next 3 to 5 years. And on the same line, if you can, also talk about the growth outlook of that business, how are we seeing the growth of that business for next 3 to 5 years? That is my first question. Second question is again on the export side. So broadly, if you can give us a breakup for FY25, what was the breakup between geographies like USA, Canada, and Australia in terms of revenue, and how each of these three geographies have grown in this financial year? My third question is in the past, our sales promotion expense has always been at say 0.5 to 0.6% of the revenue. But this year, I see a slight increase to 1.3% of the revenue. So, with the new management taking over, how are they thinking about this expense going ahead? Are we going to increase this number significantly, similar to say what other FMCG brands undertake, like 4 to 5% of the revenue, or will it remain stable at around 1.5%? My next question is on the margins for the consolidated level. So this year there was a significant increase in raw material expenses like palm oil and cocoa butter. So how were we impacted and what is the outlook for FY26 in terms of margins? My next question is on the regarding the tariff. So US is a significant business for us. So I understand that we are putting up a plant in US to mitigate the risk for the ice cream portfolio. But on the non-ice cream side, I understand that we are mostly outsourcing it, even in the current setup. So how will we mitigate the tariff risk? Are we planning to onboard more US-based manufacturers to mitigate the tariff risk on the non-ice cream portfolio? My next question is on the gross margins. So our gross margins have increased from 49% to 51% in this financial year. But the EBITDA margins are broadly stable, mostly due to increase in the employee expenses and the other expenses. So going ahead, how should we think of the EBITDA margins? Are we expecting any significant increase on the employee expenses side with the new management hirings and new professional hirings which we are undertaking? If you can throw some light on that. And sir, the last question is, we've hired a very good professional CEO, so congratulations to the team on that. And maybe if I think he's there in the meeting. So if we can talk about how he's thinking about the growth for the company for next 3 to 5 years in terms of top line and bottom line. And also if, the management team or the board can highlight what are the key KRAs which has been set up for him, which will, decide the variable pay for the new CEO and what new strategies are being planned by the board for next 3 to 5 years. So these are my questions. If you can answer it on point by point basis, that will be very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rohit. New CEO joins us only on September 29 and starts work on September 30th. So he's not present here and it's not right for him to be present here also. Thank you. The rest we will answer. Yeah. Next, please.
Rohit, can you please video on?
Let's go. Next question, please. Yeah.
The next is Mr. Sanjeev Shah.
You're eligible, my friends. Yeah, okay. Let's go on.
Sanjeev Shah.
Mr. Shah?
Harsh, is he there?
Okay, let's go to the next question.
Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
Harsh,
Yes, ma'am. They are
next.
present in the meeting.
Then please ask him to
Hello.
ask his questions. Yes, please.
Yeah.
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 Hello? Mr. Shah, if you're there, can you please ask your question?
It's frozen.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, that is under SEBI LODR regulation 30, all material litigation must be disclosed. It is
Can you
known
please
that there is
start?
ongoing
We couldn't
litigation.
hear you. Mr. Shah, we couldn't hear you. Can you please start again from where you started? Please start. We haven't heard you for your first. You're frozen on the screen for a minute. Please go ahead and start again.
Okay. I'm, my question is, under SEBI LODR regulation 30, all material litigation must be disclosed. It is known that there is ongoing litigation in US court regarding use of Vadilal trademark by Vadilal Dairy International. Since the trademark is the company's central to the merger valuation, why has this litigation not been disclosed to the stock exchange and shareholder? My second question is, sir, it's a good that professional management is taken over. The chairman has uh, in a various forum spoken about the professionalism and the induction of a CEO. Could you, sir, please clarify whether your and CEO role is mainly limited to international sales and marketing, uh, domestic sales and marketing, and brand building remain with Vadilal Enterprise Limited? If so, how does this structure ensure that brand value created by domestic operation is fairly aligned with Vadilal industry? Sir, can you please clarify this both questions? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Shah. Next question, please.
Next is Yashvi. Can we go next?
Yeah.
Yashvi Kothari. Is she present?
Yes, she is
Yashvi
present
Kothari.
in the meeting, ma'am.
Uh, Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you for taking our question. So, our question would be on two things. One, what are the plans of, we spoken about the expansion on Barrel unit. So, what are the plans on that side? Are we still going on? We are supposed to take land on that side. We have not disclosed anything. So, I just wanted to know on that side because our revenue has been quite, our capacity has been quite running at full capacity utilization. So, what are the plans to increase the revenue going forward? Or what are the plans to increase the expansion on that side? That's the first question, and the another question is, what are we taking new steps on to increase our brand awareness? Because as we see currently, we have started something on Instagram, as we have we have started something on Instagram. So how are we seeing this brand incrementally going forward, or what are the plans strategically to increase our brand and marketing cost, and how are we seeing that that should be played out going forward? That's the one question. And other participants has also asked that our margins and our USA business has been affected during that. So USA has been growing, but the domestic business has been affected during this Q1 also, and the financial year 25 as well. So what are why these affections happening on that side? If you can throw some light on that side, that would be really great for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kothari. Yeah. Next.
Next is from ANS Wealth.
ANS Wealth
Next
is not
speaker.
joining. ANS Wealth is not joined in the meeting. You can move to the next.
Okay.
Thank you.
Arun Kumar Modi. Is he there?
Yes, they are joined in the meeting. Just a second.
You can go.
બોલીએ
Yes,
જી
Mr. Modi.
હલો સાહેબ સંભળાય છે
હા જી
રાજેશભાઈ સાહેબ
બસ મજામાં
મજામાં છો ને ઘણા દિવસે તમારે વાત કરીને ઘણા વર્ષોથી અમે તો શેર હોલ્ડર છે તમારા અને અમારો બધાય ઠરાવમાં સંપૂર્ણ ટેકો છે કંપની આગળ ને આગળ પ્રગતિ કરે એવી શુભેચ્છા છે અને અમારો સંપૂર્ણ છે બસ
Thank you, અરુણભાઈ.
થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ
Thank you.
થેન્ક યુ અરુણભાઈ
So he
Next.
basically congratulated you, sir. Thank you. Okay, next please.
Next, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is not joined in the meeting. You can move to the next speaker.
Not sure. Okay.
Next, Hardik Jain.
Just a second, ma'am.
Hardik Jain.
Hardik Jain is also not present in the meeting. You can move to the next speaker.
Yeah. Gaurav Sood.
Gaurav Sood is also not joined in the meeting. You can move to the next speaker.
Keshav Garg.
Kesav Garg is
Keshav
also
Garg.
not. Kesav Garg is also not joined in the meeting. You can move to the next speaker.
Akanksha.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second.
Last.
There's one more Rohit Suresh.
Yes, Akanksha Jain is present in the meeting.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. So here are my few questions. First, what will be the tariff impact in US, and is that being passed on to the customers? What is the competitiveness over there? And if the US tariffs settle around 25%, will the business in USA still be viable, or a new market would be explored? Some other questions were, what percent of ice cream sales come from the e-commerce platform? Are we looking for any new expansion? And if yes, then what would be the total capex, the capacity, timeline, and funding options for that? Why are we proposing a 21 rupee share dividend while we need some capex in the business? The other questions are, have we had any food inspections lately? And if yes, then do we face any issues over there? Are all our products vegetarian, or any animal fat content concerns are there? What are the marketing expenses measures that will be taken? And is there any brand impact on volume growth or anything?
can you repeat your question? You are not audible. Last question. Hello? Miss Akanksha, your last question is not audible.
What is included in the right of use of what accounts for the increase from 107 crore to 133 crores in FY25? Why did the capital advances rise from 14 crores to 57.5 in FY 2025? Why did the finished goods inventory grow from 137 crores to does it impact the shelf life, and how much is the inventory do we currently have? Other expenses also rose to 34 crores almost. So how much legal expenses were covered in FY25 and why? Why is company investing in non-trading companies, GOL offshore, rather developers, etc.? The acquisition cost for it, is it linked to the promoter's interest? Other question was, Vadilal Industries sold 807 crores worth of products to Vadilal Enterprises, which shows 853 crores in purchases. What is the difference for the 46 crores? That were my questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more, Rohit Suresh, if he is there, please allow him to speak.
Rohit Balakrishnan.
Rohit Suresh, has he joined? Harsh, please see.
Yes, ma'am. He is a joiner in the meeting.
Yeah.
Just a few questions. First would be if you could highlight what is the capacity utilization right now for both the plants in India. Second, on the US part, I just wanted to know how much is the ice cream revenue and how much is the frozen segment revenue, and how much of the US revenues actually comes from the imports that we make from the Indian unit. Third would be the capex. What are our capex plans for both India as well as the US? And currently, the new plant that's coming up in the US, how much have we spent till date, and by when do we expect it to start? And my final two questions would be, so if I'm not wrong, Vadilal, the listed company, we are restricted to certain geographies in India. We can't sell pan India. Just wanted to know which are the states that we are actually allowed as a listed entity to sell our products. And lastly, you spoke about the processed foods division. So do we plan to also expand those products domestically, or only are we targeting the international market? And my last question would be, so currently, if I'm not wrong, in the US, we are focusing a lot on the Indian diaspora and the Indian grocery stores. Do we plan to, enter the Walmarts, the Costco's of the US, and what's the strategy for those segments over there? So that's it from my side, and thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you. There is one more, Sharvari Lele, if she is there.
Yeah, Sharvari, can you
Sharvari.
please ask your questions, please, in whichever depth of detail you want, please. Miss Sharvari?
Harsh, please check Sharvari.
Yes, ma'am. Sarvari Lele is present in the meeting.
Yes. Miss Lele, please ask all your questions to your heart's content, whatever questions you need to be addressed by the board. Miss Lele? Miss Lele, are you on mute? Are you? Okay, don't put her through there. Sharvari Lele?
Harsh, is she there?
Yes, ma'am. She is there.
Yeah, then please put her.
If you have a number, can you ring her?
I don't have a number of server, ma'am.
But Harsh, why are you not putting her through? You have unmuted her, Harsh?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
Why can't you unmute him?
No.
Yes, I already unmute, but she is not speaking in the
Okay.
panelist.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
wait.
So we'll move forward.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Can you ask your questions? I think you're on mute, please. You're facing issues in audio. I'm really sorry to hear that, ma'am. What can you try? Okay. Will you ask your questions here? No. Okay. Ask your questions here. I have put my phone on speaker. You can ask the questions here. Please go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir. First of all, greetings to all the ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and fellow shareholders. Thank you.
We can't hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, you're in a bad network zone, looks like. Yes, ma'am. Now you're back connected. Can you start again, please?
It was a board to kindly explain why no stock exchange update was issued regarding the objections raised by certain shareholders of Vadilal Enterprises against the proposed scheme. With such a professional board in place, this kind of lapse of lakhs of dollars seems in occurrence. May I request clarity on the exact demands of the agitating shareholders of Vadilal Enterprises? How is the addressing these concerns? And any of their requests been accepted? Could you also ask the company if they can clarify or quantify the expenses incurred so far in addressing these shareholder issues? Further, may we know what kind of proportion of this cost was incurred by Vadilal Industries and what was incurred by other legal entities? It had about SEBI, we have appointed an independent valuer for brand valuation. And to the approx INR 1,000 crore figure, INR 1,000 crore figure. Could the board kindly confirm if such a valuer has been appointed and what is the exact timeline stipulated by SEBI? In the event that the independent valuation is lower, will the promoters demonstrate goodwill and proceed with the merger, or is there a risk of withdrawal? Minority shareholders like me would greatly appreciate a candid assurance in this. Could you please also update us to the current status of the scheme of arrangement for merging Vadilal International with us? Has the scheme been filed with NCLT, and when might the shareholders meeting be convened? Is it correct that my question also is on the fact that is it correct that the distribution agreement with Vadilal Enterprise is set to expire on 1st of October 2028? If so, does the company intend to renew it, and what impact would non-renewal have on our domestic business? The company has historically been entangled in legal disputes, as we have seen, with even NCLT having penalized promoters for repeated litigation. May we know when shareholders can expect the company to move beyond such disputes and focus fully on long-term value creation? Over the past decade, how much have promoters spent on their personal legal disputes, and has any part of these expenses been borne by the company? On a lighter note, it is heartening to see the promoters on one table. With the legal cases being withdrawn, shareholders still lack clarity on the outcome. Could the board please clarify what allegations are upheld or dismissed, particularly regarding misuse of company funds, operation and mismanagement petitions, and advertising expenses of around INR 38 crore? Regarding the legal issues with Vadilal Dairy, I would like to ask if Vadilal Dairy International disclosed that Vadilal has filed a case against them regarding US distribution. Could the board kindly provide clarity on this matter? While also Vadilal Dairy, despite being suspended, reported this development to stock exchanges, it appears Vadilal Industries has not done so. Could the board please explain the reasoning for this permission? As per Vadilal Dairy's annual report, there were no export sales in FY 2025. Does the board anticipate that Vadilal Dairy is planning a US launch? And if so, how might this affect Vadilal Industries? And on follow-up, Vadilal Dairy holds territorial rights for Vadilal brand in Maharashtra key states. Some of the country's largest ice cream markets. Is Vadilal Industries exploring possibilities such as a buyout, collaboration, or tie-up to gain access to these critical regions? Moving on to the little bit on the management part. Once this transition occurs, there will be executive directors. Could the board kindly share its plans on this matter? It has been mentioned that promoters may cease drawing salaries once certain personal land monetization transactions are resolved. Could the board please confirm this and provide clarity on the timeline? We request details of the specific responsibilities currently assigned to each of the executive directors. While Janmajay Gandhi sir is a member of the promoter family, his direct business experience appears limited. Could the board please clarify the rationale behind appointing him as an executive director? What is also the role of Mr. Gaurav Marathi as a director of the company, given his involvement as an investment banker in the proposed merger? Does the board consider this as a potential conflict of interest? And if not, could you kindly explain why? And lastly, could you please disclose how much has been paid to Mr. Marathi or his firm in connection with the proposed scheme of arrangement? And that is all the questions I have. So thank you so much for the opportunity and helping me with the connection with you audio. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Have you finished, Ms. Lele? Have you asked all the questions
Yes.
that you wanted to ask?
Yes.
Okay, there's no bias or favor in either letting you ask or not ask. Clear?
Yeah, clear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All the best. Huh? I'll now discuss. Okay. So, anybody else?
That's all.
Okay. So, thank you, shareholders, for your enthusiasm and asking a bunch of questions. What I'll do now is I'll answer the questions on industry and professional management. Then I'll request Rajesh, Devanshu, and Gaurav to answer anything on capacities. Okay, what is happening on capacities? I'll ask Anil and Kalpit to speak about the USA business and what's happening there. All the questions related to margin, etc. I'll ask Janmajay to talk about the USA brand litigation, where we are and what's happening there. I'll ask Anil to do a detailed category-wise gross margins, EBITDA, country, India, etc. So just please detail that out. Okay, all governance issues, etc. we will answer. The last questions, bunch of questions, which is about all the family members and what's happened there, etc. I request somebody from the family to answer those questions in the best possible way. Okay. So I will take two questions which have been common threads across many of the questions that you asked. First is industry. I believe the industry should grow strong double digit, especially after the drop of the GST from 18 to 5%. Why do I say that? I think we address a very young consumer. We have a multitude of channels and business models which have come through. I think quick commerce is picking up for all brands and the industry. Quick commerce takes away the hassle of going to a retail outlet in a physical environment, either when it's very hot or when it's cold. So it's actually a very great balancer against seasonality. And that is the reason why I'm positive about strong double-digit growth. We need to be competitive and we need to ensure that as Vadilal, we beat that growth. When I look at the growth of the GDP, assume India grows. I'm saying assume because nobody can give you a firm answer on this. If we grow 6 to 7% per annum over the next 5 years, and our inflation is anything between 3 to 5%, so the total nominal growth you're talking about is between 9 to 12%. So I think a good consumer company should try to grow faster than that nominal growth of rate. And that is something that we should all try and do. In our business, it's an impulse business. We have a big business in the 10 and 20 rupee price segment. We have a decent business in the 30 to 35 rupee segment. And then we have big business in the products beyond that. Virtually half our business is there. So this business will grow with innovation, which is about flavors, picking the right flavor at the right time, enticing the consumer, great packaging. For example, our matka is a great example of that. Despite all the competitors launching what I call plastic matkas, I think our ceramic matkas have done exceedingly well. I think packaging innovation plays a very important role. And I think sugar levels and what you can do with that is another big opportunity. So I would say overall, I'm bullish about the industry, and that's what I would leave the question with. Next, professional management. We have two companies, VIL and VEL. Our CEO has been appointed in VIL. The role of a CEO in VIL is to maximize the results of the VIL business in every single way that he can, either directly under his control or things which he can influence. And that is what we're doing. We are going to hire over the next few months a set of CXOs who will aid the CEO in this journey to make Vadilal a more competitive entity and a more competitive brand. Okay, that's what we're going to do. The value chain gets integrated in our thinking, even though it might be in two separate companies, and we'll ensure that that integrated value chain delivers value to the consumer, and that's what we're trying to do. Whatever we do, we need to be competitive. We need to ensure that our processes work for our customers and for our consumers. And we will introduce the concept of business cases where every single decision taken in the company in the best interest of the consumer and the customer goes through a standard business case and is vetted and approved. Okay. A very important point which you raised is the whole role of professional management. There are two parts to professional management. One part of professional management is the operating executives. The other part of professional management is the board. If you see on the board, we have 4 independent directors. The 4 independent directors are me, Nagarajan, Shalini, and Gaurav Marathi. And one of the things we are getting via professional directors is Mr. Nagarajan is spending a lot of time over the last 2 months formalizing the SNOP process, formalizing the delegation of authority manual. A lot of energy has been spent by Mr. Nagarajan with the sales team, with the operations team to put them on this path of professionalization. And that's why we see good growth over the last 2-3 months, thanks to his continued efforts. Shalini has been spending a lot of time with the marketing team in terms of crafting what the brand should stand for, how the advertising should look, how the innovation should come, how the innovation council has been set up, etc. So we're seeing a lot of support, a lot of shoulder to the wheel from each of the independent directors. Mr. Gaurav Marathi is spending a lot of time on the capex issues. What is that the company can afford? What is the kind of return that we need, etc. So you're seeing professional management at an operating level. You're also seeing professional support and management at a board level. That is what we're trying to do. And a number of the questions you asked me or asked all of us about future projections and future plans. I'm sure that you accept as valued shareholders that it would not be wise for us to display our cards and tell everybody in a public forum what we want to do with either a category or a channel in the future. If we did that, that would become public knowledge and it would invite competitive reactions, which I'm sure as shareholders you might not want that also. So some of the forward-looking ones, I will not be able to answer. I will not give you specific ideas. Suppose you ask me, what will you do in this geography with this product? I would not want to answer that question because I think it's better for the professional team here, the management and the board, to really address that. All I would say is, before I hand over to the others, a lot has happened in this company over its illustrious journey over 100 years. And a lot of you have alluded to it. A lot of you have talked about differences in the family and the resolution and this and that. Absolutely right points. And I fully value that and I appreciate your comments. All I would request of you as valued shareholders is please look at it. We cannot progress if you don't look at it. Okay. You need to look ahead in order to step in. So please look ahead. What's happened in the past has happened in the past. By looking back, we're not going to be successful in the future. By looking ahead, we'll be far more successful in the future. And I, on behalf of the board, can tell you that we will try and do everything to ensure that your trust in as a shareholder is well protected and taken care of. Okay. That's what I'd like to say. And I'd now like to hand over on the other issues. Whoever is ready to answer the questions, please go ahead.
To clarify on one point, I have been appointed non-independent, non-executive director, not independent director. At that point in time, I was working, for basically as a firm. From my firm, I was working towards the merger. I think the promoter on the merger. But right now, I don't have, or my firm not involved in any work in the company.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Gaurav, for clarifying that. I wanted to do that. Mr. Gaurav Marathi has been instrumental in putting this the last 6-7 years, and his body of knowledge, both on the industry and the family and the company, is immense, and that's the reason we have him on the board. Thank you. Okay, who's next? Please go on.
Yeah, Devanshi, you want to add anything?
No, please.
So coming to the capacity, we are running around 90% at the Bareilly, and we have some capacities in the Kundra. So we are confident that whatever balance left out will be met by the Kundra plant. And so we have approved at the board level the capex at Pundra and Bareilly, both the locations. And Pundra capital spending is around 250 crore rupees, which we have approved, and we have already awarded some of the contracts, and which we will be trying to see that some of the bottlenecks will be started, the equipment will be started by around March 26 at Pundra. And coming to the Bareilly expansion, we are in a process of acquiring the land. So another 2-3 months time, we should be having the land in our hand, and then we will be starting. It is around 600 plus crore expansion project, which is a very ambitious and a highly automated system, which we are trying to work it out, and that will take 2 years time. But we are confident that till the capacity of the Bareilly comes in, we will cater from Pundra, and there should not be any bottlenecks so far the capacity is concerned, and we will be able to meet that capacity. I think with that, I think on the capacity, there are many shareholders, friends have asked for the questions, and which has been replied. And just to put a note on the family disputes, we all have, in the interest of the creation, the wealth of the company, we have buried our differences, and we have moved forward to one issue of saying that how can we create the valuation of the company, and that is where the professional independent directors and the family are working together. And as you are aware that the CEO and other appointed and other CXOs are in the process of appointing, and we look forward for a better future of the Vadilal Industries. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Also, thank you, Rajesh Bhai. Two things. Significant addition to capacity is what is signaled. That's very important for all of us. So we will be not caught short as we go forward. Second is all family members will not do any operational role after September 30th. Okay, I want to clarify that to everybody. No family member will be involved in any operational role after September 30th. Okay? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just wanted to add to that, last week the board approved the resignation of the family members as executive directors, and now all the 3 promoters are appointed as non-executive directors. So there are no executive directors present on the board anymore.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Next.
Someone
USA.
Someone mentioned about the seasonal, why the Q1 was not well. So in fact, during this season, the rainfall started early in the month of May, and that continued for a longer time. So it was a pre-monsoon, and normally a pre-monsoon happens, but then between pre-monsoon and monsoon, there is a summer period. This time there was no summer period between pre-monsoon and monsoon. And another thing about our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has reduced our GST on ice cream from 18 to 5, which is beneficial for the ice cream industry, because a lot of unorganized sector, they are very active in 10 and 20 rupee segment. And we Vadilal would be able to make inroad into that 10 and 20 rupee, replacing unorganized sectors. So that's the future.
Okay, thank you very much. On USA, all the relay.
Yeah.
You want to say anything?
So about litigation.
No, I'll come. We'll go on. But please, on USA, Kalpit and Anil, do you want to address all the questions on the America business and what we have? Please go ahead.
Yeah. So there was a question on the US subsidy. I just want to clarify one point. So USA numbers we already included as a part of the annual report, which can be referred as a part of the form AOC1. And also look on the question not uploading in the website, that also we'll see. And I'll come to the specific questions. I think the margin profile of the USA business.
Tariffs?
So, yeah. So, and the tariff issues. First I'll take the margin perspective. So overall USA, the profit before taxes remains around 15% as compared to the 17% in the previous year. The point which was mentioned about 12% at a PAT level, which is compared to 16% previous year. So previous year we had a one-time income tax refund in the US business. So that has given the increase in the PAT of the previous year as compared to 24-25. And in terms of the other cost, we are investing right now in the warehousing, increasing because US business continuously increasing, and to ramp up the capacity, we have certain costs which we are incurring on the warehousing and the other fixed costs. But still the margins remain the same. And there was also one question regarding the increase in the capital advances, that against around 57.52 crore is a capital advance that we have as of 31st March 25. So that is again primarily on account of increasing the capacity at our current plant in India, as well as we are also investing in ramping up the manufacturing facilities at the USA. Yeah, so that's the question. Tariff, I'll request Kalpit Bhai to.
So tariffs, we expected some sort of, dairy is always a tricky subject globally. So we were anticipating a challenge around dairy, be it countries changing their regulations or tariffs, and these, so which is why we were early to invest in the manufacturing, and that should be going live this year. That should reduce the impact on about 40% of the business to a certain extent. We have taken about a 15% price hike due to the tariffs now. One of the other things, if you see on the balance sheet, is that the inventories had gone up a lot in the year. And that was kind of deliberate. Two things. One is the tariffs and the risks around that, plus the additions of the warehouses in America to cover all geographies at a faster pace. So that kind of led to an increase in inventory, but that has significantly benefited the company given what has happened due to the tariffs. And it has paid us back because we could delay our increases in prices without having to worry about our margins. So that is with regards to that. The products that are being sourced from India will be affected, and there is little that we or our competitors can do about that right now. So that will be passed through to all our to the customers also. So that is how things have panned out in America. There was a question around the ratio of the businesses. Right? So the US is about 80% of the business, and then we have and that includes Canada, and then we have Australia, which will be around 5-7%, and then there is a lot of other countries that makes up the remaining.
We have a long way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kalpit. Jay, I now turn to you on USA and the brand litigation and the questions around that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shiv, for giving me the opportunity. And just to highlight, the Bombay group has their quality is not up to the microbiological standards. So we had issues in the as the company US subsidiary had raised that issue in the courts, and then court said it's a matter of Vadilal International with the Bombay group. So we received a letter from the CEO from the US subsidiary, and that letter has already been given to the Vadilal International Private Limited, who is the proprietor and the brand owner. So they will take up the issues according to their legal advisors.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments, Anil, on the gross margin, EBITDA by sector, by category in the India business?
Yes, sir. Overall, EBITDA margins remains flat if you look at the on a consolidated basis. The cost of goods sold has been impacted because of the higher input commodity prices. So that has affected our gross margin around the material cost at 2%, and that that has been compensated with the favorable on the fixed cost basis. So therefore, we see the EBITDA impact is not be materially affected. So it remains flat on a business with the increase of the revenue by 10%.
Yeah, thank you very much. So material cost increase has been to the tune of 16.6%. And as you'll recognize, when you have price points of 10, 20, 30, you're not able to pass on everything. So we could only pass on some part of the material cost increase in order to be competitive. Okay, that's a call which the management has taken, and that should benefit us in the coming days. Okay. Governance issues, shareholders issues, family issues of the past. Who would like to, all the questions which have come, who would like to address them? They want to know what's the resolution and was any money from the company used to resolve any of the legal charges of individual family members, etc. Quick answer on that.
See, so far the litigation was going on. The company was not involved. It is between the promoters, and the promoters have spent personally those money, whatever litigation cost was there. So it has nothing to do with the company, and it has not been spent from the company.
Anything else?
And family have resolved all the disputes, and we have there has not been any documentary evidences or any such things that prove that anything wrong has happened to the company's financials. And we have already got all the best of the advisors to understand if there has been any wrongdoings. They have already given clean sheet to all the promoters. They were all allegations without any substantial evidential proofs. So it was part of the family disputes, which was spilling over to the company, which did not have any material impact on the company. So it's all gone. If there was there, then that would have been already highlighted. But there is no such material evidence that any wrongdoings were passed on to the company. So all clean sheet has been given by the advisors.
Okay, thank you. The final set of questions from Sharvari Lele, in terms of brand valuation, the agreement between VIL and VEL on distribution till 2028, etc., etc. Who would like to answer that question? 2020. Her question is brand valuation. Yeah. What's happening out there, etc. Is there any update? Okay, you've not mentioned it in the report and things like that. Anybody wants to answer that?
So it is too early and prejudiced to comment anything on the brand valuation, because the communication with and cooperation with the SEBI is already being done by the company. So it's too early for us to comment on any of those things, because we are also not aware where and what stand SEBI would take on the independent valuers that they have appointed, and so it's too early for us to comment anything.
Yeah, on the VIL,
we don't know ourselves where what SEBI will come up with. Frankly, that is the truth.
Yeah, we'll take it as it comes. On the VIL, VEL, and the future thing, okay, we will see how it progresses. We have to see the contract through. We'll work it through, etc. Again, that would be a forward-looking statement if I were to comment on that, and so hence I will not comment on it. Okay. Anything else from the Sharvari Lele questions that I have missed, please? Vadilal Dairy.
And one more thing, the company has not filed anything in NCLT.
Yeah.
Because the process is that once SEBI clears, it goes to NCLT. When NCLT clears, then it goes to shareholders. So unless and until we have a clarity from SEBI, we ourselves don't know what will, unless we get that cleared from them.
Yeah. So all we can assure you is that once that clarity is there, we'll place it before the shareholders.
Absolutely.
100%. Okay, that is something that we will come to you. Okay. We don't know where it is with SEBI right now. As and when that progress happens, then we'll come back to you. Okay. Dairy is always a competitive industry anywhere in the world, because it is protected with many interests. And being competitive in the dairy industry is always a challenge. It's not easy. That's all I would say. Our job as a professional board is to ensure that we stay competitive and we deliver value to our shareholders. That is what our primary task is. With that, we finished answering all the questions. I'd like to thank all of you for your contribution, for your passion for the business, and all the questions you've asked. Please feel free to reach out to any of us at any point of time. You don't need to wait for a quarterly board meeting or an annual general body meeting. Feel free to give us all your comments. I more than anybody else value it, and I just want to thank all of you. And I want to give you the very best word from the board that we will do our very best to ensure that you are proud shareholders. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen of the board, and thank you, Anil and Rashmi Bain, for conducting this very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, one note, members are requested to do e-voting if they have not voted. We will be opening the portal until 15 minutes more, and thereafter it will be
Yeah,
closed.
please give your vote. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd like to have your vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.